Hey everyone, happy May 1st, 2023. I am Kristen with National Day of What, and I am here to tell you about a couple days for today. The first day I want to tell you about is National Mother Goose Day. Do you remember all those rhymes from when you were little? You know, twinkle, twinkle, little star. Have you ever noticed how some nursery rhymes have the same sound, like twinkle, twinkle, little star, and then A, B, C, D, E, F, G? They have the same sound because it helps younger children remember the tune so that they can work on the words and help with speech development, things like that. But Mother Goose, nursery rhymes, Mother Goose is not really a real person. It's a made up, some show her as kind of a granny who, teaches things to kids or reads books and things like that. But it's National Mother Goose Day. This has been around for quite a while. I believe it was 1987. It was initially started by a fairy tale writer. Fairy tales have actually been around for quite a while. I believe it was Charles Perrault, a French writer, who first kind of made the new genre a long time ago, like 1695. And these are stories that have been passed down. You've probably heard of the Brothers Grimm, and they actually did not write fairy tales. They just gathered a collection of German fairy tales and folklore, not I don't know what I was saying. Anyway, the Brothers Grimm, but they were actually really gruesome and would not be appropriate for kids. For example, Cinderella, like the evil stepsisters actually cut off their toes and heels to try and fit their feet in the slipper. And like Little Mermaid, she ended up diving back into the ocean and like turning into sea foam and dying. So they were pretty gruesome, but then when companies, bought the rights like Disney, they obviously made them a little bit more family friendly. So that's pretty interesting about fairy tales. So if you would like to spend some time with some fairy tales, go ahead and check those out. Try and remember some that you learned when you were younger. An interesting one also is Ring Around the Rosie. Kids are always happy, like ring around the Rosie. But then it was actually about the bubonic plague. So fairy tales are very interesting. It's kind of fun to look them up. Look up the dark origins of like the Brothers Grimm tales and things like that, and you'll read some really interesting things about what the stories, how kind of violent they were and how they've been kind of prettied up. Okay, our second day today is Great Lakes Awareness Day. And I'm originally from Michigan. When I was a young child, we learned all about the Great Lakes and we learned how to remember them with the acronym of HOMES: Huron, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, and Superior. There's also different things like superheroes must eat, superheroes must eat oats. So to help you remember what all the lakes are. Now, interestingly, Lake Michigan is the only one all in U.S. territory. The others border Canada. And in 1972, the United States and Canada actually signed the Great Lakes Great Lakes Awareness Act? Great Lakes something Act. Great Lakes Water Quality Act. Great Lakes Quality Act? I'll put it right here. Anyway, because they realized that way back in the 1600s, the Great Lakes were discovered, and then people realized how nice it was, and especially in the 1800s, lots of people were moving there. There were mineral-rich soils, lots of forests and trees and things like that. Lots of people were moving, and the pollution started wrecking the ecosystems of the lakes, since they're the largest freshwater gathering of freshwater in the world. And so they had to start doing something, so they signed this agreement that they were going to try and conserve and bring back the ecosystem for the Great Lakes. So anyway, have you ever visited the Great Lakes? I was originally from there, and we go back and visit a lot. It's a beautiful part of the country. So those are our 2 days for today: National Mother Goose Day and Great Lakes Awareness Day. My question to you is, would you rather spend some time reading some of the details or gruesome details of older nursery rhymes? Or would you prefer to take a little trip and go visit the Great Lakes? Let me know in the comments, and be sure to come back tomorrow so I can tell you about more national days. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.